How this come about now? Okay. The name of the song is really Black Survivor. Bob is like a fisherman. Because if you remember, everybody thought Kaya was kind of not as strong. And why I call him a fisherman is like Kaya was a bait. It had those love songs so that we get airplay on R&B stations. So once you were listening, then he came with a heavyweight Survivor.
We're the survivors. Yes, the black survivors. I tell you what, some people got everything.
The most political ambush in the night, you know. If you notice, with most of Bob albums, they are one-word titles. This is something I influence a lot because it's easier to create a logo and a branding with something like Kaya, Exodus, Survival, Confrontation. Not I Love You Baby Tomorrow. You can't market that. So with the Black Survivor now, I said, okay, the majority of your fans is really white college kids. That might be an alienation by saying that because it sounds like it's just black people you're dealing with. I think I can say Black Survival without writing the word black. Said, okay, Africa, how can I represent Africa? You know, survival of Africa. Since Africa is not a country, but it's a continent of nations. The easiest representation is a flag. So, okay, but here is a problem. There ain't no Google, there ain't nowhere in Jamaica that I can get to see what the different flags of Africa look like. I had to fly to New York, went to the United Nations, and got that information. In fact, one of the things in it, if you look at the original, is that Zimbabwe was not yet independent when I did that. So I didn't have the Zimbabwe flag, and there were two parties in Zimbabwe fighting for liberation, the ZANU and the ZAPU party. So I put both of their flags on it.
Well, survival is for survival, you know, in this time, especially going through so much struggle. You know, when you struggle to survive. So we're always in a struggle. And survival is a reality if I have to survive.
To create the flags, I actually did it with construction paper because I couldn't paint to get all those colors like a solid green, yellow, whatever. And I made it twice the size. When I'm creating that, I'm saying, well, how do I represent Jamaica, and Trinidad, and Barbados, and the blacks in America, and the blacks in England, and Czechoslovakia, and everywhere? How do I represent them? They always have that image like a light bulb came on and said, oh, we all came here through slavery. That's how most Africans left the continent to come to the West. I came up with the concept of putting a slave ship to represent the Africans outside of Africa. And I reversed, it was the plan of how slaves were placed in the ship on lower decks. And then reverse the word survival out of that ship. Back of it, you know, I had an image from His Majesty from the war against Mussolini, the Zimbabwe ruins, you know, Masai and his wife, and just symbols of, you know, black survival. It was so colorful with all those flags. Then you found out that so many African flags have green, gold, and red in it. Well, no, when I presented to Bob, it almost literally finished already. So I saw it now as being on a billboard, like how Rastaman Vibration was. You know, with all those colors. I saw it at Shepherd's Bush in London. I saw that. Unfortunately for me, it was the least promoted Bob Marley because it was too militant. Survival to me was one of the most important album covers I have done. It is my favorite. It makes a point, and then I was able to say black survival without writing the word black.
got a job to do, and he's got to fulfill that mission.